So when you walk in the room, does everyone just like jaw drop because of that afro? Or?
I don't know, man. Not really. It's like, my hair's kind of like at that point where I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it, so I'll just let it be natural.
Yeah, just let it be free.
I might dread it or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but yeah, right now this is just where it's at, bro.
It's just so like I just can't stop looking at your fro, bro. I'm digging it, man. I used to have a fro back in the day.
Okay, tough.
And I miss it, man.
Yeah,
I miss
man.
it. Like, look now, like I'm trying to grow the shit back up. You know what I mean? But like that shit's it's just yours is some next level shit. And the whole swag just works with it too.
Thanks, man.
I can tell you're from South Africa, bro.
Yeah, we know us. We just don't care, man. We just do our own thing.
You got that Scully swag, eh?
Oh shit!
Shout out to all my South African peeps, by the way.
Most definitely.
Mike Champion, welcome to the studio, bro.
Man, thank you for having me, my brother.
Champion.
Yes,
wow. I can't believe that's legit your last name.
Yeah, man. Family name. I'm trying to live up to it, you know?
How was it growing up with a last name like Champion? I mean, like, that's just so fucking cool, bro. Like, legit, that's just so cool.
Man, it's, you know what, it is what it is, I guess. You know, I still get to this day, people ask me, man, like, I know that's your stage name, what's your real name? And, you know, I just gotta say, actually, Champion is my real name. So,
wow. So Michael Champion is
the full, but, you know, we break
But that's
down.
that's legit like a born to be a superstar name anyway, Mike Champion. It just rolls, it works, everything's just perfect about it.
So I've heard, man.
And it seems like you are all around the fucking world. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I see you get a shitload of response for your music, which is crazy. So, especially in Japan, I've noticed you go there a lot.
Man, Japan is the bomb, man. Tokyo is like my second home.
Wow.
And, you know, the response I get over there, I mean, the response for music in general over there is just crazy. And like, I'm talking like all types of music, you know, soul music, the neo-soul stuff, the funk. Funk is huge in Japan. Reggae is big in Japan, you know. And then they do the emo thing as well. Like, I mean, if they take, the Japanese people, the thing about them is if they take on, you know, a lifestyle or a genre or, you know, a way of thinking, they really just do it to the fullest. You know, so
it's like literally a whole world away. Like, the music that we play and we hear here in Sydney will be so different to what's going on over there. And that's the thing, because you often get to a point where you're like this is the world, but you don't understand how big the fucking world is.
The world is a big place, man. You know, the world is a big place, and I think that's the beauty of music, is like it connects the whole world. So we're, as artists, we're able to travel and do our thing in different countries and still speak the same language as people, you know, and I suppose that's what I try to do.
Yeah, well, music is the universal language, isn't it?
Man, it is.
So tell us about Tokyo. What is the lifestyle like there? Is it like fast paced, like as fast as Sydney, I guess, or?
It is, man. You know, like, there's a lot of people in Tokyo, like 20 million in one city.
Oh yeah, true.
You know, so
Fuck.
It's always buzzing, man. I remember the first time I landed in Tokyo, I was actually playing a show like somewhere in Southeast Asia. So I think I was in like Cambodia or something, and it was the middle of, well, it's always summertime, I guess, in Cambodia and places like that. But I flew from, you know, Cambodia to Tokyo, and Tokyo was in the middle of winter, and they had just had the biggest like snowstorm, you know, and the airport was closed a few days before I got there. And then when I got into the city in Tokyo, it was a Monday night, you know, and I got into the city at like 11:30, almost midnight. And I was like, man, you know, I gotta find, because I'm gonna be lost in translation here, you know. So I gotta find my way, you know. I was staying in Shibuya, which is like, you know, where the scramble is, and you know, it's an amazing part of the city. And so I arrive into the city. And it's a Monday night, and it's midnight, and the city is packed like jumping.
It's still packed at midnight.
People are just, you know, they're real like social, and they chill out in like cafes. Starbucks is like the biggest thing in Japan, you know? It's a shame it doesn't work in Australia, but in Japan, in Tokyo, Starbucks, people are just kicking it. They're up, socializing, having coffee, they drink. You know, that's just the type of people they are. So as much as, you know, the city is buzzing and it's fast paced, the people they really know how to just, you know, chill out and enjoy their time together as well.
How crazy is that? Now back to what you were saying about being the universal language. I mean, you're born in South Africa, right? Raised.
I was born here actually.
You're born here.
Yeah, but my family, you know, migrated from South Africa, and I was born a year later. So.
Wow, because you still kind of carry the accent.
Well, I was raised on it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm raised around South African people. My parents still. It's a hard, you know, accent to shake. You know, if you speak to a lot of South African parents that have been here for 30 years, they still speak with South African tongue, you know, and South African accent. And I think it's a hard thing to shake.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
both my parents as well from SA, and I understand them clearly. But like even my fiance, still to this day, she's like, "What did your dad say?
What did he say?
What did you just say?" I'm like, I have to sit there and explain. I'm like, "He's talking English, man. Like, come on." So I get it.
Man, people like the South African accent out here, you know. People like it. I beg to differ.
But like I was saying, the crazy thing is that you're from South Africa, you're living here, or your background's South African, you're living here in Australia, your music's crazy big, like everywhere in the world, especially in Japan, which is like, sort of seems like your number one sort of market at the moment.
It is, man, definitely.
It's just crazy to think that, eh?
It is, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, the music is so universal, and you know, it has allowed me to do things that, you know, I'm grateful for, man. Like, to be able to travel the world doing music, and to be in a city where they don't really speak English. Like, English is not the first language, you know, there. But to be a Westerner coming into a country like that and being able to, like, make an impact, it's the power.
It's insane. So music's obviously really important to you then, right? I mean, you make a living out of this.
100%, man. Full time, do it.
Wow. That's crazy. Are you going to Japan soon?
I'm leaving on I leave on the 2nd of August. My album comes out there on the 2nd of August. So I'll arrive, you know.
We're playing the song from the album tonight, right?
We are.
Yes. Great. I can't wait to hear it. But let's get into one of my favorite songs of yours. Now, Love Mathematics. The original is amazing. The remix is just that much more amazing.
Twice as nice, man.
That's right. I love this remix. I was actually playing it yesterday because I was just trying to get in the vibe, the Mike Champion vibe, right? And I'm just vibing out, and the remix comes on, and I'm like, shit, I want to play this song everywhere. I started like sliding in my car and shit. I probably hit a few people. Like, I probably caused so many accidents because I was just in the fucking zone.
Yeah,
bro.
man, you gotta get in the zone and just vibe out when you hear a song like this, you know? You gotta let it get to you.
How did Love Mathematics come together? I mean, what's the concept behind that? What are you trying to add? What's the sum of this, bro?
Man, like, Love Mathematics, you know, I always remember there was a schoolyard kind of like saying that was like, I don't know, I can't remember what it was, like, subtract her clothes, divide her legs, give her a square root, or something like that, you know? And like, when I heard the instrumental, do you remember? I don't know if you remember that saying. I
don't remember. That's the first time I heard that saying.
Okay, it was. I can't remember what the beginning of it was, but that was the answer to whatever the beginning was. So, so you know, I kind of remembered that, and I heard this instrumental, and I was like, you know, I want to talk about love, you know, because, I mean, that's my thing, you know. If you listen to a lot of my music, it's based on love and that old school kind of like chivalry, you know. And even though this is not that chivalry, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember that saying, and I was like, man, I should write a song like based on that saying, you know. So it kind of just came from that, and it turned into Love Mathematics. And if you listen to the lyrics, you know, it's very smartly crafted, this song, you know, the lyrics. And even me, I listen to it and I'm like, damn, I wrote that. It's pretty crazy, you know. Get it.
I had too much fun to that song, bro.
It was a vibe, man. It was a vibe in here. We were vibing. We were doing the slide.
Yes. I was sliding all up in this bitch.
I feel you, bro. 2-step.
Wow. That song is like, it's perfect for every single party. Like any party you can think of, that if that tune comes on, you know that the girls are on the floor and the guys are following. You know what I mean?
I hope so, man. Like that's what it is. It's just a good feeling, you know. And that's what I try to create. It's just a good feeling in my music, and you know, capture it so that you know when you hear it, you're like, damn, I gotta get up and move to this. You know,
it's actually I think that's a timeless song. That would be dope. In like 50 years, that will still be dope.
That's
like people will still be
man.
Playing that shit, man. That's dope.
That is the goal.
Love Mathematics, the remix. Go check out the original too, because the original you'll see the switch up of how the instrumentation can change a whole song, and you know either take it to a whole nother place. Because the original's dope as well.
Man,
I mean that's a good song to just cruise to, even just to sort of like play like to your girl.
Oh man, whatever.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. I was trying to get in that in between place where you can either chill to it or you can get down to it as well, you know?
Yeah. I'm noticing a lot of like music, Soul Child and sort of D'Angelo and that in your singing, bro.
Man, these guys are king, man. For me, you know, that's where I learned. That's a lot of the stuff I listen to now. Even mixed up with, you know, the new stuff that's out, you know, in this era of music that we're in. I always find myself going back to, you know, classic music and classic D'Angelo and Maxwell and that kind of music, and referring to it just to, you know, catch the vibe, and it really does influence my sound.
Because the thing is do you still think that there is room in this music industry for a soul R&B artist?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I think there's always going to be room for